What's up, disc golf fam? Braxton Critcher here. Welcome back to another video on the Braxton Critcher Disc Golf channel. Today, if you're a beginner, don't throw a driver. Throw a putter. All right, I know you want to get into disc golf. You saw some shorts on YouTube, TikTok of a professional disc golfer throwing a disc 557 feet. That's awesome. I wish I could do that. But if you're starting out in disc golf, throw a putter. So when I first got into disc golf, June of 2020, we walked up to the local Frisbee golf course and we brought Frisbees. And so we played the whole round with Frisbees, me and my whole family. While we were there, we saw two people that we knew. One person, actually they both gave us discs, but one person gave us a driver. I threw the driver a couple of times. Terrible, by the way. Another person gave us several discs. A couple of them were putters. I at first wanted to throw that driver. I wanted to figure out how to throw that driver, and I couldn't. It just kept curving to the left. And as it turns out, my brother, I think, beat me with a Frisbee. And I had an actual disc designed for disc golf, but he still beat me that first time we ever played. Because the Frisbee, even though not designed for what we were using it for, it's gonna throw a whole lot straighter because it's got a lot less speed. Much like a putter, this is a Discraft Challenger, my favorite disc, by the way, and it is a 2-speed, not very sexy. Like a lot of drivers, 12, 13, 14 speed discs. And if you go buy a starter kit from your local Walmart or Dick's Sporting Goods store near you, you're gonna get you a kit with a driver and a mid-range and a putter. And you're gonna walk up to the first tee and you're gonna try and throw that driver and it's not gonna go well. Let me just say, it is not going to go well. But if it does, let me know because I might need tips from you. So before you head out to your local course for your first round of disc golf ever, watch this video. I wish I had heard something like this when I first got into disc golf. I think I would have got better a lot quicker. Get you a putter. And it can be a beginner's putter from a starter disc, or it can be just a regular putter from a store like a Challenger or an AVR. Those are two popular putters. Just because it's a low speed disc like this one that's a 2-speed, doesn't mean that it can't go far. I can throw a putter 300, 315 feet, but you gotta have the right form. And when you don't have the form down yet, and you're out there throwing a 13 speed, it's gonna cut to the left every single time because they're designed for them to be thrown hard. And even if you throw it really hard with the wrong form, still gonna cut left. It's just gonna happen that way. So long story short, if you wanna get good at disc golf, you're a beginner, throw a putter. Reason number one, they don't go as far. I know. You got into disc golf because you want to throw a disc a long way. But that takes some time to get there. Just like if you wanted to play baseball, you're not going to hit a home run the first time you step up to the plate. Probably going to hit a couple of bloopers. And when you throw a disc off the tee and don't have the right form, if you don't throw a good shot, putter's not going to go as far, not going to hit a tree, bounce off to the left is bad. It's going to be a lot easier to control when you don't have the right form yet. Reason number two, you're going to gain some confidence. When you're not making as many bad shots, when your score is +8, but it could have been +15, mentally, you're going to get confidence. And just like in every sport, disc golf is a mental game. And if you don't believe in yourself, you walk up to the tee, your second or third time playing disc golf, and you know you're going to throw it to the left with that driver, you just don't have any confidence. Throw with a putter, you'll have more confidence. Number three, and there's 1,800 points you could make here, but the third most important point, in my opinion, is you need to learn how to throw a putter, because the putter is the most important disc in disc golf. Just like I think in golf, the putter is the most important club in golf. If you can't throw a putter well within 100 feet, and make sure you get 2 from there, or can putt well, you're gonna give up a whole lot of strokes, and that's frustrating. So you gotta get good at throwing a putter. That's the foundation of a good disc golf game. Throwing a good forehand, throwing it great off the tee, that's secondary behind throwing a good putter. So throw putters the first month or two, you start playing disc golf. So I'm gonna play a couple of holes, putter only, and give you some reasons and more tips as to why. Here we go. Now this hole, hole 11 at Highland Brewing Company, is 280 feet down a hill to the right. Really tight, lots of trees there here off the tee. And normally I would forehand this shot. But the thing about throwing putters is it forces you to work on all sorts of different shots. Like in this case, I'm gonna have to throw a turnover shot. And that's a different video for a different time, how to throw a turnover. But I'm gonna have to release on an angle like this and put anhyzer on this disc to force it to unnaturally fly to the right. You learn a lot of things when you throw a putter, because normally, like I said, you throw a forehand here, but if you throw a backhand with a putter, you get to learn, because that's a very important shot, is a soft turnover in disc golf. So here we go, see how I do. I've practiced this a good bit, but does not mean that gonna make this look very good. I'm just gonna try and hit that straightaway gap and let it just softly turn down towards the basket down there. Ooh, that was pretty nice. Now, as you improve your disc golf game, I think it's good for intermediate, advanced players, anybody, to go out and play a putter only round now and again, because you get to learn something like this where I really like where I'm at off the tee here, and I've never tried a turnover shot backhand with a putter. I'm always throwing a mid-range forehanded, and you know, sometimes it'll skip off to the right over there, and I don't know if I've been this close before. If I have, it's not been many times. So you learn things about your game, and you learn different shots that you want to throw. Another perk to getting out and playing a putter only round. Sometimes you just miss putts. So I just thought of two more reasons to throw more putters. So number one, you get to learn your limits. This is a hole where I just would never throw a putter. It is 300 feet, very uphill. Would never throw a putter here. So you learn your limits. When you wouldn't throw things, how far you can throw the putter, what your limitations are. Number two, you get to learn that sometimes you learn that being conservative in disc golf will win you a lot of rounds, will save you a lot of strokes. And so if you can't make it all the way up to this 300-foot basket, like I certainly couldn't with this putter, but you want to be conservative and just throw a straight shot, because like I said earlier, you can throw putters straighter. They're just easier to control. And once you get the hang of it and you can throw a good straight shot, and you just want to land up there in the fairway, kind of like not hitting a driver in golf, but taking it down to a mid-range, or not a mid-range, a 3-wood, you're going to save strokes. If you can hit it straight and not quite as far, or throw it straight but not quite as far as the driver, you're going to be a lot better off. So in this case, when you're throwing just a putter, I'm just going to try and throw it straight. Pretty hard, but straight, and hopefully land up in there somewhere where I can reach the basket in two. And that's the kind of things you learn when you get out and throw more putters. You also get to learn sometimes you got to wait longer on people that are out there in the fairway. So I'm gonna pause for 1 second.
3 hours later.
So yeah, that's about as good as it gets with the putter off of this tee. But that's all you need when you're trying to be conservative. All right, another reason you should use putters more often, or throw more putters as beginners, or play putter only rounds, is that as you get into disc golf, you'll learn that putters don't skip or roll away as bad. They will roll away and they will skip, but not near as often as a driver would. Thinner edge, And so when you throw a driver off a tee like this, it's gonna skip, especially if you're going downhill, you got some grass, it's gonna skip. A putter, because of the rounded lip, it's gonna catch into the grass and settle easier. Another tip, and another reason why to throw more putters. Let's try and make this one uphill. Oh, close. All right, so in review, putters are slower, meaning usually less mistakes, meaning also they're easier to throw. 2, you'll get more confidence if you throw more putters. You're not going to damage your confidence as bad. 3, oh yeah, 3, I forgot 3 for a moment there. The putter is the most important disc in your bag. And I throw my putter all the time off the tee. And I know for beginners, you want to get into throwing drivers and throwing long distance. But as you get your form down, you'll realize that if the hole is 300 feet, 315, little less than that, I mean, you're better off throwing a putter anyway, because like I said, you do have so much more control. And you'll get distance out of your putter. Just because it's a slower speed doesn't mean it can't go far. So, more confidence, it's a slower speed, easier to control, and it's the most important disc in your bag, so you better learn how to throw it. Thanks for watching this video on the Braxton Critcher YouTube channel. I do appreciate it. Click subscribe, comment below if this YouTube video is helpful for you. If you have ideas for other content you'd like to see on the channel, let me know there too. And tell your friends about the Braxton Critcher YouTube channel.